And girls, Miss Tabor back with another lesson that I'm going to share with you from permission from the publisher Heinemann. Today we are going to work on consonant digraphs, which is two or sometimes three letters together that make one sound. Now we've worked on this before, but these ones are a little bit more advanced, or sometimes they're harder to remember to spell. After that, we will get to a new book. It's a tale that tries to explain something. So sometimes we wonder, well, why does that happen? Or why did this happen? Well, long time ago, stories were made up to try to explain things that happened. And that's what this particular book is about. And then I will show you just some words that I want you to be able to read quickly. And then at the very end, I'll show a crossword. I'm sorry, not a crossword, a word search or a word find. And your job, if you'd like, to just find words that have the consonant digraphs. Now, once you find a word, you have to then write it. This word search is tricky. It doesn't actually give you the words. Hard. Maybe I'll give you the words at the end. We'll see. All right, let's go ahead and get started with our consonant digraph chart. All right, the first one that we're going to practice is this, an N and a G. The N is really tricky here to hear. It's For example, sing, song. Do you hear that? It actually feels funny when you make the sound in your head, or not in your head, out loud. Watch, my tongue kind of goes back to my throat, and you just have to make that sound. Song. Okay, so think about that. All right, so sing, song, wrong, ring, wing. Okay, so these words are tricky because that N, well, obviously the G too, they make a completely different sound. That's the point of consonant digraphs. Two letters together that make a different sound. Here's another one, T, C, H. This makes the ch sound. I know that you know that the CH makes that same sound, ch. Well, we're going to add a T here, and it makes pretty much the same exact sound. Watch, catch, match, watch, ditch, pitch. So we just need to remember that it has the three letters together that make one sound. Usually, we've been practicing digraphs that are two letters that make one sound, but this time, three letters that make one sound. And last digraph, or last one, k. Doesn't make a different sound, but a CK together simply makes the k sound, like rock, back, quack, like we had in our last book about the duck, trick, thick. And then on some of these we could add suffixes or the endings. So the word thick, we could write thicker, or match, matching, catch, catching. Okay, so think about those. Sing, singing, just like in that duck, the book we read last time. So there's our chart for our consonant digraphs that make one sound, whether it's two or sometimes three letters. We will continue to work on those, throughout our reading skills. So let's take a look at our, remember I said I want you to be able to read words quickly? Go ahead, see if you can read all of these words. If we were together, we would play a game, bingo, practicing these digraphs at the end of words. Let me show you another one. So same words or similar words, different endings. Can you find brush, ring, cold, gift, kept? So go through and read those really quick. And now let's go ahead and get started to our new book. I really like this one. So remember I said that this is a classic tale. You may have heard this before, but this one isn't as familiar. This has characters or animals that are talking. And this one's giving an explanation for why something is the way that it is in nature. It might not be real, it's just something that someone made up a long time ago to explain a situation. So in this story, it was made up to explain why a bear has such a short tail, even though it's a big animal. The story also explains why bears sleep all winter. So this story is called How Bear Lost His Tail. I'm going to read it for you. I want you just to pay attention, even follow along with the words if you can. Pause it, read it yourself, or listen to the whole thing, and then I want you to read it yourself. Okay, remember we are practicing our reading skills here. It's not me practicing to read and you just listening. That's a little bit different and an easier skill. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Long ago, Bear had a long, bushy tail. He was so proud of his tail that he showed it off to everyone. The other animals would say, "Bear, you have the most beautiful tail of all." Now, can you picture a bear having a long, beautiful, bushy tail? That's hard to picture because in our life, in our real life, they'd have short, stubby tails. But apparently, here he is, showing off his tail to everyone. Sometimes we can call that bragging. This made Fox unhappy. He thought his own long, bushy tail was the most beautiful tail of all. So Fox made a plan. Fox knew that Bear loved fish more than anything else. So Fox cut a hole in the ice. He fished all day long until he had a great big pile of fish. When he heard Bear coming, Fox hid the fishing pole and dipped his tail into the cold, icy water. Fox, as we know, can be sly or can be tricky. Let's see what is happening. Just then, Bear walked by the lake. He couldn't believe what he saw. A great big pile of fish. "Fox," he said, "how did you get all those beautiful fish?" "It was easy," said Fox. "I caught them with my tail. I'll show you. But let's find a new place for you. I think I've caught all the fish here." So Fox led Bear to a different place and cut out a new hole. "Here is your new hole, Bear," said Fox. "Turn around and dip your tail into the water. Soon a fish will grab it." Bear turned his back to the hole and dipped his beautiful tail into the water. "I cannot see the hole. How will I know if I catch a fish?" asked Bear. Fox said, "I will hide over there so the fish don't see me. When I see a fish grab your tail, I will shout to you. Then you can pull the fish out of the water. Don't move until I tell you to." Bear nodded his head. Do you have an idea of what is going to happen? This story is a little bit tricky, but remember Fox was upset and jealous of Bear's tail, and Bear was bragging or showing it off to everyone, so Fox is upset. And as you remember from other stories, fox, they can be tricky. So Bear waited and waited. He was very tired. Soon he fell asleep. Bear slept all day and all night. His tail got colder and colder. The ice got thicker and thicker. Bear slept and slept. There's that consonant blend, the P and the T. Fox waited by the tree. He waited until Bear had slept all night long. At last it was time. Fox crept up to Bear's ear and shouted, "Now, Bear!" Oh my goodness. Bear woke up and pulled his tail, but it wouldn't move. "Pull harder," said Fox. "It must be a huge fish." Bear pulled and pulled until snap! What happened? Bear turned around to see the huge fish he had caught. But that is not what he saw. My tail, cried Bear. My big, beautiful tail. The fishing hole was gone. There in the ice was Bear's tail. The water had frozen while Bear slept, and his tail was stuck in the ice. Oh no, look at Fox's face. He doesn't look upset, does he? And Bear is just wondering, how did that happen? He's probably really sad. Fox pointed at Bear's new short tail and laughed. What a silly little tail for a great big bear, said Fox. Is that very nice? Not at all. You should not make fun of other people. Bear was sad. He didn't want the other animals to see his short little tail, so he ran home to his cave and slept all winter long. Now Fox shows off his own beautiful tail every chance he gets. Wow, what a story. And now at the end, there's the play version. If you're interested in the play version, go ahead and assign someone the 4 different parts. Remember, one person can be 2 parts. And then you have to just read it. And you act it out if you can. But I'll continue to show a little bit more for you. Okay, so think about a lesson in this story. Was Fox nice? Ugh. Fox really tricked Bear, all because Fox was upset or unhappy in the very beginning because Bear was showing off his own tail, and Fox thought that his tail was equally as beautiful or more beautiful, and he was very proud too. And so he got upset and he tricked Bear into pretty much ruining his own tail. How terrible. Now think, is that really how bears' tails became short? Probably not. Do you think that's why bears sleep all winter long? Is because one time years and years ago they lost their tail and they were embarrassed and didn't want to show anybody, so they went into a cave and slept, and now they sleep in the caves or wherever all winter long? Do you think that happened, really? Probably not. There's probably another explanation for all of those things about a bear. Again, this is just one story that someone made up a long time ago to try to explain why bears have short tails and why bears sleep all winter long. I want to show you one more thing before we finish. If you are interested in doing a word search, here it is. So this word search does not give you the words to find. You have to find them yourself. These words in particular are going to have consonant digraph sounds, 2 letters together that make one sound, or they're going to have consonant digraph blends, 2 or 3 letters together that make one sound. So try to find some, write them down somewhere if you can. I think word searches are really fun. If you have something on your computer or tablet to write on the screen, you could easily do this without having to print it off. Really quick, I'll show you. I can find the word sing at the tippy top. Oh, that just came up. Watch. Sing. Can you see that? There it is. And one more because I think they are fun. Rock. Awesome. All right, my friends, thank you for tuning in. Again, all these videos are here for you to practice your reading skills and your listening skills, your comprehension, everything. So go through and listen to the stories. Please read them. I want you to practice your own reading skills, not just listening to me. All right. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys later.